So I have spent the last few years between O and NZ, living in both, and I have plenty of friends and family in each country. So here are just my 2 cents, some general differences between the countries. Firstly, you generally earn more money in Aussie alvey. Just how much more depends on the industry. Generally, the lower the skill, the higher the difference is. Also, super is much higher, etc. I was surprised to find people whine just as much as in NZ read the exact same shit. There are more career opportunities due to scale. A lot of hidden costs people don't think about. Sure, petrol is cheaper, but yearly car rego in Australia is roughly 10x the cost compared to NZ. Lots of toll roads. Insurance costs ... cars cost far more, etc., etc. Food costs vary a huge amount. Generally, a tiny bit cheaper in Australia. Some things are much cheaper in NZ. However, this gap used to be much wider. Australian grain-fed beef is absolutely horrible. If you are used to NZ beef, IGA do the best hot chips in the Southern Hemisphere. New Zealand, however, does vastly superior fish and chips. If you were a tourist in Australia, then public transport can be an utter nightmare looking at you Brisbane ferries. There are so many more events to go to in Australia. Skiing is so much better in New Zealand. Beer and spirits are so much more expensive in Aussie. Wine is generally a little cheaper. So many more people in Australia still smoke compared to NZ. Very few vape compared to NZ. Far more EVs in NZ. Traffic is so much worse in Aussie. The police are not as friendly in Aussie. Everything is more formal in Aussie. Much larger range of pretty much everything in Australia, retail ... Australia likes to think of itself as progressive. But if you go 2 hours outside any major city, then it makes the most conservative small town in NZ look like a progressive paradise ... You see almost zero Indigenous people in public-facing roles that are completely normal for Maori in New Zealand, e.g. police, doctors, TV presenters, politicians ... etc., etc. The pace of life is so much quicker in Australia. Everything feels far more cruisy in New Zealand. An awful lot of New Zealanders who have moved to Australia seem to have the attitude of everything is shit in NZ and everything is perfect in UNO. Look, both countries are fantastic ... However, again, just my observations with plenty of generalizations. Now, I am sure you have your own thoughts, and I would love to hear them. However, please be constructive and kind. There is no point in posting something that is blatantly untrue or hateful towards a certain country or group of people. My post has already painted a somewhat negative picture of Australia, and I don't need people coming in here and hammering home the stereotypes. Let's keep it kind. Anyway, hope you enjoyed and thanks for watching.